classes. This is Livestock 101, and we're going to talk with a number of guests about animal agriculture and 4-H and FFA and all the animals that show here on the grounds. And first, we've got Zoey Smith. Zoey's from Paradise, Texas. Come on out, young lady. Please give her a welcome. She's volunteering. She got hijacked out of the barn to come help us. She didn't plan on doing this morning, but she very graciously agreed to do this. What do you have there?
I have a lamp.
All right, I think you're muted on your deal. That's not turned on. Try again.
Hello?
There you go. Now we're at it. So you've got a what?
I have a lamb, which is a sheep under a year of age.
Okay, and it's a female, right?
Yes, she's a ewe.
And we call that an EWE
Yes.
ewe, right? Okay, cool. And what breed of sheep is she?
She's a medium wool, which, yeah.
Okay, so she's a Suffolk or Hampshire type sheep.
Yes.
They're black-faced, and they're grown for meat, right? They're
Yes.
not. We grow fine wools like Rambouillets and Merinos for wool, and we grow medium wools for meat. And they grow wool as well, but you've got her sheared, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
It's so they can, when the judges come to judge them, they can see their muscle shape and they can just see the bone structure around them and everything, so the wool's not in the way.
Cool. Can you show us how you show her? And tell us what you're doing while you do it.
So I'm gonna set her back feet right off of her butt, and then pull her out that, and get her to drive so her muscle expression, kind of like when you're flexing your arm, so you can see your muscle shape.
Yeah, this is the gun show, right?
Yeah.
This is a bodybuilding contest, and so we're here at the gun show, and we want to see her muscles because that's the protein, that's the meat that we're eating. And so by drive, you mean she's pushing against you, right? And that's her flexing. And so what makes her a good lamb?
She has a really long body shape, which is really good. She has a lot of power, which is also really good.
And power is muscle, right?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. We have code words in agriculture, just like computer programmers, so you don't know what we're talking about until we tell you. We've got our own vocabulary, so we feel important. So that's, she's got good volume to her too, doesn't she?
Yes.
So she's got enough room in there to carry babies when we breed her. And you're showing in the breeding show?
I'm showing you on Monday in the weather day class.
Okay, cool. And what's on her legs? What's that about?
These are leg wraps to protect their leg wool so they can grow it out and make them look really big bones.
So that's a relatively new deal in sheep showing that we want a lot more, and it's more hair than wool down there below the knee in the hop, right? It acts different, but it makes their legs look bigger. It's just a trend, and it's quite stylish, and it keeps it clean, and it also makes it grow more, right? Okay, cool. So you've got to be able to walk her around as well. Can you show them that? Just lead her around for us. So when you enter the ring, what happens?
I have to make eye contact with the judge, make sure they know their ring presence in there. And you keep your hand under their head and walk like this. So it takes a lot of work to get them trained to walk like this and cooperate.
How do you go about that?
It's a lot of hours in the barn, and you gotta get them friendly.
Yeah, because they're little bouncing wild things when you first get them, and you got to train them. And it's not unlike training a dog in a lot of ways, right? How much time do you spend a day doing this?
I think in the morning I spend about 2 hours, at night probably 3.
Wow, that's a lot of time. And that's besides school and all your other activities. So there's a lot of time invested in this. And how long have you been showing?
This is my 4th year.
Cool. And where do you go to school, and who do you show through?
I go to school at Clark High School, and I show through Plano FFA.
All right. And what year in school are you in?
I am a sophomore.
So you've got a couple more years to go here. Cool. And do you show other places?
Yes, I show at Houston, San Antonio. I'm going to go to Fort Worth this year. I just showed in the market show 2 weeks ago.
How'd you do?
My southbound got pulled, but he didn't make sale.
Well, that's hitting the lick to get pulled, because there's a whole lot of sheep here. There are over 500 lambs here in the market lamb show, and very few make the auction, which is the ultimate goal. And to just get pulled, that means you're at least in the top third of your class at the very least, and probably in the top pulled and considered as the winner of the class. What kind of lamb did you bring to that?
I brought a sap down.
Okay, and tell them what a sow down is, what it looks like.
They're white. They have really short legs. They're kind of like easy breeds, like that we have on farms and stuff. They're very easy to gain weight. They're not hard to kind of.
They're another meat animal
Yeah.
as well. They're not grown for wool. Did yours have horns?
No.
Some Southdowns do though, and they sometimes fall off, or we dehorn sometimes, but Southdowns can have little curved horns as well. And how many lambs do you have on feed at your house?
I have 4 right now, 1 Southdowns and 3 medium ones.
Cool. Y'all give her a round of applause. We appreciate her being here with us and taking the time out of her day to do it. She did a really good job. Devin, would you come on out? We've got several guests.